Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. An overcast, wet morning today. It's drizzling out, just a very light drizzle. Temperature is 67 degrees. It's going to be drizzling most of the morning here, it looks like. But I'll take a little walk up the beach anyway. See what there is to see. Still dealing with the red tide, unfortunately. It's really hard to tell what color the water is here without any sun. Right now it definitely looks like it's got kind of a reddish brown color to it. I can smell the red tide in the air. The red algae bloom. We'll go up to the pass, see if there's any shells up there this morning. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hit that share button. Invite your friends to tag along with us. Wowza. Wowza, wowza. Look what I just found buried in the sand. Look at that monster. I thought it was a rock. I'm like, am I seeing things? Look at that monster. It was buried. Ha! That is so cool. Look at the size of that. That is one big moon shell. Wow. That was a nice little find. There's no shells here. I'm not seeing hardly, just a couple little broken ones. And there was that giant moon shell. Holy cow. That is a whopper. That's one of the biggest ones I have. Sweet. It smells kind of funky out here today. It's kind of a little red tide smell and a little low tide smell mixed together. That red tide smell isn't strong enough to make me cough yet. I can definitely smell it. The tide is on its way in here, by the way. High tide is at 1:34 today here at Wiggins Pass. I haven't seen a whole lot of people here. I have seen a couple sand dollars. I haven't been over to pick them up here. I have seen a couple little sand dollars out here on the sandbar as I've been walking along. Most of them were chipped up. Now that I say that, I can't find one to pick up. Very, very, very gloomy. The rain is almost like a mist. It's more of a mist than even a drizzle. It's just like a real high humidity. Pretty tough to see the horizon out in the Gulf. A little brighter skies to the east. But when I pan back around to the west, look at that. The horizon darn near disappears out there. You can barely see the horizon. I don't know if the good morning. I don't know if I don't see the old steel manatees sticking out of the water here. There's a sand dollar, I think, down here, but it's another one that's chipped up. Chipped up sand dollar. Been seeing a lot of those. Not yet. It stinks though. It's got a funky smell. It's like a low tide and red tide mixed together. And off they go into the mist. Pretty darn flat out there. Good for paddle boarding. Don't see the old manatee, the old steel manatee here. Let's see, where is that steel beast at? Over there. Yeah, its water's pretty murky. See the steel manatee, that dark spot in the center of the screen? Our old steel manatee friend. There it is, resting peacefully. I'm not seeing many shells here on the beach. Not too much of anything. That's why I was shocked to find that moon shell earlier. See, I don't know if that's the red algae. See this discoloration down here on the sand? I don't know if that's the red tide, if that's the red algae bloom that's left behind when the tide went out. I have a feeling it just might be. Morning. How are you today? You see that, like that reddish orange stuff on the beach? Have you noticed that? I'm wondering if that's the algae, you know, the red tide that's left behind. You see like streaks of it. What's it like up here?
Spread out.
Spread out.
Nothing real great, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we have enough, so.
Yeah, right. It's like, but you can never have enough. Come on, be honest. Just one more. That was Mike and Maria looking for their shark's teeth. It's like, yeah, we all know you can never have enough. He says, we have enough. We're not finding a lot today. We have enough. But it's like, be honest. You never have enough. Collecting shells, shark's teeth, it's an addiction. I don't think it's a bad addiction. Out of all the addictions out there, I think that's a healthy addiction. Hey, good morning. I have a hard time seeing when the sun's not out shining bright. It's hard to see what all's down here in this little mess. This little line here. So far, I'm not seeing much of anything down low close to the water. See what happens when we get a little closer to the end here, up to the point. Everything's nice and spread out though. What little bit of shells are here, they're nice and spread out. Wiggins Pass up here ahead of us. Good morning. Well, there's a couple little shells here. This is one of the spots that's been treating me well. Kind of looks like the same stuff, just pushed around a little bit more. Our usual suspects are little cockles, little spiny cockle shell there. The fighting conchs. I've not seen any dead fish. That's a good thing. I haven't seen any dead fish up here. And a piece of an old tulip, a little tulip. Huh. Pretty slim pickings this morning. Pretty slim pickings here. Maybe up on the corner here. Just nothing. Old little scallop. I like those scallop shells. A little scallop. Medium-sized scallop. Not a thing here. Maybe a little olive shell down here. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. It's got its little tip, a little olive shell. A lighter one. Lately the ones I've been picking up were all the darker gray, brownish ones. It's much lighter. A dead little crab down there. A dead little crab. I guess it's one of those mornings. I'm not going to give up yet, though. Not going to give up. You never know what's waiting for us around the corner here. Out in the water too, up here. It's so cloudy. So cloudy, the water. Really hard to see down here. Good morning, Phil. How are you today?
Paradise.
Even in the rain, it's paradise. Rats. Rats, rats. Come on, little shells, where you at? Come to Papa. Some little lightning whelks. Huh. Another little olive shell down there. Yeah, another one of those lighter colored olives. Now I got a matching pair. That's pretty cool. The olive shell. Those are always fun to collect. This one's kind of old and wore out. Missing its little tip. Some wormy shells down here. Little moon shell over here. I'm glad I been over there. A little Nautica and a little moon shell. Two little babies there. The Nautica on the right, the moon shell on the left. It's kind of neat to see the comparison between the two. Looks like it might be a morning for the little shells, if anything. Although I did find that big moon shell. That was cool. I don't see much of anything on the beach now. Not a whole lot of anything. Little babies, little baby shells. Give me a Murex. Part of a Murex. Old apple Murex. Our friend Elsie over there. I'm gonna keep walking along the edge of the pass here, at least around that point up here. Sometimes that's a great spot for finding some shells. That little point sticking out right up there. Yeah. Not having too much luck this morning. Darn it, not having too much luck. It's all right. At least we get to spend some time together this morning. That's what it's all about. Spending time with our friends here in the morning. There's a chunk of coral, an old piece of finger coral. It's a nice sized chunk. People that collect that would like that. Clean that up. Put that up on the beach for somebody. These little piles like this is where you can find some neat little shells if you just keep staring at them long enough. Yeah, every once in a while you'll find some goodies. I'm just having a hard time staring this morning. The old eyes aren't focusing. Look in the water here. Well. I was thinking maybe one more shell, one more something. But I think the well has run dry till maybe tomorrow. Come on. I think it's going to be dreary again tomorrow. I think the weather's going to be the same as today. There's a front coming through here. I think they called it a cold front. Not very cold. There's a little ledge right here. Trying to see if anything's caught up on that ledge. Nada. I don't know where Kevin is. Kevin might be working. I haven't seen our friend Kevin out here trying to beat me to the shells. An old olive shell down there. Well, that's it. So I guess my find for the day, my nice find was that moon shell earlier down the beach. And I'm not complaining. Anytime I can go home with one nice shell, I'm happy. I've been getting spoiled is the problem lately. I've been getting spoiled out here. The shelling has been pretty good. But that guy there, and that is, I'm happy with that. Nice moon shell. Nice, big, giant moon shell. That's a nice one for this beach. That'd be nice if a dolphin would just come right up here and splash around in front of me. It's raining just enough here to be a nuisance. Just enough to get my camera wet and me wet. It is flat here in the pass this morning. There's another big piece of coral up on the beach. Wow. There's a nice piece right there. Wow. Pelicans are sitting out in the water. It's so dark here. I don't think I can zoom in on them. They're out. They're flapping their wings. They're like pounding the water with their wings. I don't know what the heck they're doing. It's too darn dark out there to really see them. A couple little black dots out there in the water. Maybe we can see him out here. See if they do it again. They just start flapping their wings out there. Of course, now they won't do it. There he goes. See that? I don't know what they're doing. They put their head underwater. Some kind of mating ritual. See if the other one does it. What the heck are they doing? Or are they just showing off for us? More pelicans over there on the sandbar behind them. It's funny. Bathing. There. What? You think they bathe when they dive into the water chasing after the fish. That's fun. That's fun. Fun, fun, fun watching those pelicans. And the pelicans are gone. They just took off. There's nothing really up on the high tide line here. Very, very sparse. Not much on the beach this morning. broken tulip shell down there. A lot of broken shells. Little broken tulip shell right down there. Nothing. Oh, wait a second. Hey, baby. Looky there. Little tulip shell. Nice. It's actually really hard to see. Another little moon shell and a nautica shell. A moon and a nautica. Cool. I found a pair like this earlier. Almost side by side. That was so cool. So cool. Some of my little favorites. You know me and those moon shells. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, I'm having a hard time seeing this morning. Everything's just kind of like a gray blur to me down here this morning. So I'm skipping over things that I should be picking up. There's an old tulip there. An older tulip shell. Down here a little further. Thought I saw something down here and then the waves came up. Thought I saw a nice little whelk. Then the waves came and I don't know where it went. Huh. Where did it go? I just pushed it away from me. Pushed or pulled it. I don't know where it went. Weird. Big olive shell. Nice color patterns on it. Leave that for somebody. And seeing our fighting conchs and cockle shells, our usual suspects out here. Hey, I'm happy with that tulip. That tulip made my morning. Now I got a nice little tulip shell and a nice moon shell. Two good shells, nice shells this morning. The tulip was a bonus. It's starting to, the rain's coming down a little bit harder. Still a drizzle, but a little harder drizzle now. There's actually a boat going out there. See it off on the horizon, just to the left of that marker out there. And I guess the fish don't know if it's raining. They don't care if it's raining, do they? Well, the tide's going to be a little lower when we get out here tomorrow. I don't know how many more mornings we have until low tide. Is going to be around 8 o'clock when I get out here. Boy, a nice big mug of hot chocolate sounds good when I get home. It's one of those mornings. I'm wet, all wet. Remember that. I'm out here in the rain for you. Walking in the rain. At the place I love. With the ones I love. Isn't that something? Nice size little scallop. I gotta get some muriatic acid. I was watching a video on YouTube of this shell collector. She took all of her shells. The rain's messing up the focus. She was taking all of her shells and what looked like just ugly old faded out shells. She dips them in 1/4 muriatic acid and the other 75% water mixture. She uses like tongs to hold the shells. She doesn't hold them in her fingers. And those shells came out looking like brand new. They got all their colors back. It was awesome. So I'm going to try that. I've got so many shells that are like that scallop I just picked out. That's kind of faded out. It's got that white on it. That thing will probably get its beautiful red color back if I clean it. So one of these days I'm going to try that. Cleaning up some of these shells. There we go. Be interesting to see what happens. Now that rain's just getting miserable. Getting miserable. I don't see Roy taking his walk. He's probably sitting in my car, itching to get out of here. I doubt the old gopher tortoise is out this morning. Unless they like coming out in the rain. Well, I didn't see many people out here this morning. I just about have the place to myself. I see somebody with an umbrella sitting up under the pine trees there on the left. Hardcore beach lover for sure. Saw just a couple of our morning walkers. And that was it. One small group of people shelling. I believe they're down here from Michigan. And they're out looking for sand dollars. Saw one of our fisherman friends, but he wasn't fishing. Really haven't seen much of anybody. Haven't even seen a ranger go by this morning. I guess they're leaving it up to me this morning. Actually see another boat heading out. Heading out the pass there if you look really close. Heading towards those markers. That's dedication, huh? You can barely see the horizon out there. Some pelicans flying by here. Boy, yesterday there was quite a few piles of shells up high on the beach here. Remember, I found a little murex shell in the pile up high on the beach. Now they're all gone. They're all gone. So a little pile here. that's it. The rest of those piles are gone. Well, I'm still a happy camper. Hang on one sec here. There's my two babies for the day, my two little keepers. My little moon shell and my little tulip shell. I get that. It's a nice size moon shell. Nice size moon shell. But that is it for the day. Other than that, a couple little moon shells, a couple little nautica shells, some olive shells, some scallops. That's my keepers for the day. Not bad, not bad. You know, this is not a beach that is known for, you know, shelling. I mean, we find shells, but it's not, you know, noted for shelling like Marco Island and Sanibel. But we do find our share here, so I can't complain. I can't complain. Anytime I don't go home with empty pockets, I'm happy. Unlike my wife. More shells, more shells. Why do you keep bringing these shells home? She doesn't realize that one of these days we're going to be trading seashells instead of currency. We'll be using seashells for currency. Don't tell anybody. Hey, Cindy. I don't think we're going to see any dolphins today. I'm getting ready to call it a morning here. I'm soaking wet here. I've had enough of this rain. But happy birthday, everybody. Wish Cindy a happy birthday there. I got to find a shell. A nice shell to hang on the shell tree for Jennifer Ann. Don't forget about Jennifer Ann. She's fighting the virus now, fighting the darn virus. God bless her. I just haven't seen any nice shells, big shells with a hole in it here. But I want to put one on the prayer tree for her. She's been very kind to Roy over the years. All right. Hey, if you enjoy what I do, if you appreciate what I do, if you want to send a little thank you, a little tip, a donation, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post, and I do thank you. Those of you that have sent a little something or send a little something, thank you. Or are thinking about sending something, thank you. I'm going to call it a morning here. Remember, it's all about spending time together in the morning. That's what it's about. It's not about the weather. It's not about the beach. It's not about the shells. They're a part of it. But the main reason is just allowing everyone to come together in the morning. That's the purpose of these live feeds, bringing people together one beach walk at a time. And if we see some dolphins, it makes it even more special. It's not raining tomorrow morning.
television on